Well, looky. Look who's on time again. I can't even hardly believe it. What's up, everybody? Sunday. And we are getting ready to rock and roll on another episode of Shop Talk, America's first and favorite two-wheel motorcycle power hour. Getting ready to get down with you guys. And back from Sturgis, all kind of energy. But look out, we are just, what is it, like 17 days till SmokeOut? Less than that? Oh my God.
What?
Get ready, baby. North Carolina, here we come. Will Chris be on time tonight, or is still riding that tricycle around the shop? Hey, I broke that kid's seat. I got to fix that thing tomorrow. That's terrible. Let's do some shout-outs, man. Kieran in the house, behind Rudy's Fairing here with us. TikTok. I see ya. Tiger Wood with us. Robin Hingabottom. As always, Jeff McKinney. Boom. Jason Souza in the house. Radar. Hoka still out on the Hoka. How are you tuning in from the Hoka, you crazy person? So, you want to be in on that?
I wasn't.
No.
Oh, man. If only Leif had a mute button.
Right.
The Hoka is still happening? It's not done yet?
Evil Rick is here with us. Big D checking in from Marengo, Illinois. The Mighty Quinn. Whoop. Shop Talk Sunday. Bruno Coppola checking in from Laconia, New Hampshire. Good to see all you guys here, man. Hey, listen, you can do us a favor. If you dig what we do every Sunday here for the last 283 episodes, help us out. Hit the like and share button. Make sure your friends and neighbors know when we go live. Set up the alert so you're always riding along with us. This is our pleasure to bring you guys this show. Great show tonight. We're going to be taking a look at this year's Garage Build Off builders for SmokeOut. So who's ready?
Oh my God.
Mark, are you
How
ready?
How many days is SmokeOut?
Are you ready for
I'm ready.
SmokeOut?
For real, how many days is SmokeOut? I'm going to have a stroke.
There's a little clicker.
Until SmokeOut, or is the SmokeOut?
17 days, 12 hours, 56 minutes, and 42 seconds.
Oh my God, I'm going to have a stroke.
Jesus.
I love that we put that on the website for SmokeOut. Bill Stevens in the house. I didn't think you made it back from Sturgis yet, Bill.
Oh no. Like, I love that the countdown is on there, but it gives me major anxiety all at the same time.
Oh, SmokeOut. We got some great stuff to talk about with SmokeOut tonight, but we got a minute and a half until we're going live with this episode. That means it's just enough time for you to get a drink, kick back, and relax and get ready for 90 to 120 minutes of all the two-wheel bullshit we can fit. Hey, I was in the garage today doing some cool stuff. How about that? I'm going to show you guys here in a little bit. Mark, wipe that silly smirk off your face. Oh, where is Mr. Monkey at? That's what I want to know. Where's my monkeys?
He might still be hungover from Sturgis.
Oh my God, right? Paul Adams, Ford City, bringing in the hometown connection.
You know, Mr. Monkey and Mrs. Monkey actually taught me something. Oh. Is that better?
A little bit.
Do you have me muted? You have me muted.
No, I don't. I don't have you muted.
Fine.
Not yet. We're just 35 seconds out from this one. I guess that's going to be close enough for us here in the studio. Let's get this one out of the station and up onto the tracks and go live with this week's episode of Shop Talk. Okay, scooter tramps and chopper jockeys all across the land. It is just after 9 p.m. on the East Coast, 8 o'clock here in Mitchell, South Dakota, where we sit high atop Television Hill on the Clockworks compound in the Dennis Kirk Motorcycle Studio. Glad to be with you tonight. Actually, I'm glad to be anywhere after Sturgis. Sturgis was a killer this year. But one thing real quick, Tim Stahl, you shut your dirty mouth. I can't believe Tim's here. It's ridiculous.
How was Sturgis?
He didn't even. He got one comment and he told him to shut up already.
Right?
Tim, you can only ask questions if you're wearing your Elvis suit.
So, Jay Souza saying he's excited about coming to Sturgis. Did we tell you about that, Mark?
No.
Jay Souza's coming to Sturgis.
Very excited.
Or to SmokeOut Sturgis.
Or SmokeOut.
SmokeOut.
Nice.
Yep.
Very exciting.
Yeah, Sturgis is over.
I know.
Sturgis was great. Actually, I want to start Sturgis by giving a shout out to the team we had this year.
Yeah.
Like Nate Beck, Camel, Missy. You guys killed it for us. Like, I can't thank you enough for putting your heads down and doing the work, even when Chris and I were off doing some other stuff. We really appreciate it. So thank you, thank you, thank you.
So we also want to send a shout out to this brother right here.
Yes, Jack Daniels.
Who is the barrel man. Gave us these little coins that we're going to bring back to Tennessee on our next visit. But it was really great to sit down with him at the Sturgis pre-party and get a little bit of his story. You'll be able to see all of our Sturgis coverage, man. We got so much. Nate was killing it with that. This issue of the magazine that we're working on now, ton of pertinent information about Sturgis, specific Sturgis features and events.
So Nate's putting together a segment for Grease and Gears for Sturgis, and the best part about it is Nate was a Sturgis virgin. He had never been to Sturgis before.
Everywhere we went,
so he's excited about it too.
Yeah, he is. Everywhere we went, she introduced him as a sturgeon. So Professional Monkey says, I'm her.
Callie Chavez, you check in every week from Costa Rica, and I just think that's so rad.
Yep.
Thank you for stopping in.
So tons of shows this year in Sturgis, tons of stuff going on, but we're going to get to it in the news. There's some discrepancy about the numbers.
Yeah.
We also met the mayor. I think she's maybe 16 years old. Was kind of weird. The new mayor.
She was very nice. She was very young.
She was very nice.
Very nice.
Very young. Yep.
No, I think overall I felt like it was a little down, personally. Like, not the vibe or anything, but I feel like the traffic was a little bit down. Maybe. What do you think?
To me, it seemed like the numbers were absolutely down. It just, it seemed like we continue to see the front end of Sturgis stretch out more and more. We continue to see people start to learn, what we call the Sturgis groove, right? You get there and you get into your tempo of it, and it's not the chaos that it was like early 2000s. So I don't think it's a bad thing at all. Sturgis is absolutely never going away, but.
Well, I think also next year's a 5. It's 85th, and I think in general the 5s tend to be the bigger years anyway for some reason.
Yeah. Well, because everybody knows that's when Mark comes back.
Well, we're going to have to talk about that.
Jeff McKinney, how was the TT race? Let me go on the record as saying this because you guys know I was here kind of early on when they first made their first deal. I was kind of pooping on it. And I'm glad that I did because the city got a much better deal the second time around. But the race, let's make no bones about this, the race was cool as hell. Even the racers, because if you guys read any of the stuff, like even the racers were kind of bitching about it, some of them coming in. And even the racers, when they got on the podium at the very end of the whole deal, they were like, man, this was so cool. We're so glad that we did it. Everybody should support this. So it turned out to be a really, really good thing. And that was a total pain in the ass because we all showed up in the morning ready to see the race, and it poured. It was like a cow pissing on a flat rock. It poured. And I thought for sure, I'm like, well, any little bit of a crowd they had is going to get chased away now. And it didn't, man. I mean, people stuck around. maybe not as many that were there right that first thing in the morning, but it really came off good. It was like old Sturgis. I congratulate AFT, the city of Sturgis, everybody who, you know, took all the bullshit as they figured this out and got it off.
What's the chances that they move that to the beginning of the week instead of the end? I mean,
you know, I think that would have been a much better proposition. Like, that's what we were saying about how the Sturgis Rally keeps moving so early. Like 2 weeks before the actual Sturgis, people are already starting to get there. And I mean, a full week before, it's full on. You know what I mean? Like a lot of the event properties, like Black Hills Harley Davidson, is doing a, you know, set up and open up program now. So I almost think that it would be easier for them to draw people in and have a bigger crowd if they did do it in the early part. But you know, in all fairness, they managed to pull it off. And I'll tell you what was the coolest thing, dude, was seeing the way, like, they had hockey-style fencing up all the way around the racetrack with cyclone fencing, and it was, like, you know, triple secured with clamps and everything. It was a big program for them to put together. So the fact that they put that all up basically overnight, it made me think about shit that you and I did back in the day.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think.
Yeah, it's
go ahead, Mark.
super cool that they're doing it in the first place. But like we were talking about, I watched the video with you and Billy Grotto. It was awesome, I think, that to see that crowd at the beginning of the week would just draw so many more people there. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yep. So, hey, a couple other shout-outs real quick. Gary Raphael was in the house with us. Always love seeing you here, Gary, and hopefully Sweet Annie. Tom Kiefer Jr. in the house. What's up, Kiefer? Good to see you guys. Radar. Sturgis was empty because I was not there. You know, Radar, that was probably true. Beat it. Aren't you supposed to be racing somewhere?
He said he's already in Alaska, so he's there.
Right
he must
on.
be in recovery mode.
Professional Monkey says, I'm one of the punk kids.
Yeah, he said the Buffalo Chip was a shit show, though. The night of Jelly Roll, it was mayhem. Tons of punk kids.
Hey, y'all, this Jelly Roll. Oh, that dude pissed me off like you can't even imagine. He probably doesn't even know he did it.
Yeah.
Oh, boy. Who's calling now?
Obviously, Pipes is not watching the show. Thanks for tuning in, buddy.
So, that's right. My sister just messaged me. She's either watching the show and has a complaint. Let's see.
Wow, look at that. Ringo Eric sending love and greetings from Cameroon, Central Africa. That is so cool.
Nice.
That may be one of the most distant locations
I
yet.
think so. That's awesome.
Right on. He's in a different time zone. You're not kidding. Professional Monkey, me or Jelly Roll? Jelly Roll.
Jelly Roll is on Chris's.
Poop list.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Big
Just
poop
saying.
balloons. Yeah, we were supposed to take the
Oh my
Twisted Tea bike. What? Did you see Gary? Did you see Gary's picture?
His new
So,
sign.
Mark, you remember like a couple months ago I came up with this idea that like I was going to try not to every time something pissed me off like blurt out profanities, and instead I just quietly say to myself, poop balloon, right? Well, my buddy Gary got such a kick out of this that he decided at his house in Florida we all stay there like during the Daytona and spring and fall events. He decided that to make us all leave his driveway with a smile every day, he put this up at the end of the driveway on the way out.
So good.
That's awesome. That's fantastic.
Big Matt says, so it's safe to say we see no Jelly Roll at SmokeOut 25. No.
Yeah, probably not.
That's a
Nope.
hard pass.
Hard pass.
Hard pass.
Nope.
Big Brian says you guys apparently had your own shit show in Hamster Hill.
We did?
Oh, dude.
What did you do when I wasn't there?
No,
Wait a
listen,
minute,
I got to tell you this, though.
Heather instantly throws you under the bus.
Right?
Wait a minute.
I got to tell you this, though. So this was the first year, like, being a hamster is a kick. Like, there's so many cool things that we get to do and places that we go and stuff. But in Sturgis, they have a thing called Hamster Hill, which the
Is awesome.
Holiday Inn at Spearfish has been like hamster Hamster Central forever, right? Well, a number of years ago, a bunch of the guys got together and they literally bought all of these little condo houses on the main street going out behind Hamster Hill. And they all put out hamster flags, and on, what was it, Saturday night or Sunday night?
The block parties on Saturday.
Okay, Saturday night, everybody opens up their garage doors, puts out chairs. There's buffet from one end of the street to the other, and everybody just hangs
fantastic.
out. It is. It's cool as shit. Well, yeah. This was the first year that we actually got an opportunity. Someone wasn't going to be in Sturgis that owns one of those houses, and we got a chance to rent it. And it was the coolest shit, dude, because every night we just did like what me and you always did at the garage, Mark, where we just set some chairs down and like whoever went by and stuff, but it was on Hamster Hill, so everybody was going by, right. And it was a blast.
Well, I hear there's BLTs all night long.
Dude, that was the thing. So I didn't know about this, right? You know who hit me to it was Brian Clock. Like, apparently after the block party, after everybody leaves, and that's when every other year, like, we'd attend the block party, but we'd leave. Yeah. After everybody leaves, one of the houses does a nonstop BLT rally that they just start making as many BLTs as you want to eat, dude, with like fresh, crispy bacon.
Shit.
BLT.
See? I miss all the good stuff. I knew me and Fording should have came.
I'm telling you, you so missed out.
Okay, on the BLT note, I think we need to take care of some news.
Some what?
Some news.
Okay.
I'm just saying.
All right, man. So listen, if this is your first time tuning in, welcome to Shop Talk. This is something we do every Sunday, 9 p.m. on the East Coast. John Borneman, burn your last tire. I don't know what that means, but okay, Tom.
They were the burnout household.
Oh, that's right. Those people were crazy.
They were so much fun, though.
Every Sunday night, 9 p.m., we do this show. We go live with 90 to 120 minutes of all the two-wheel bullshit we can fit. We do some entertainment. We bring on some guests. We start the whole thing off with a little segment we call...
The News.
The Shop Talk World Report is brought to you by Law Tigers. Get the compensation you deserve and get back on the road with Law Tigers. Hey, to start off, I want to remind you guys that the fall season of Grease and Gears TV is just around the corner. And what's that, you ask? What is Grease and Gears TV? I'm so glad you said something. It's awesome. It's like Netflix for motorcycles. We just happen to produce it, so it's a shameless self-promotion. I'm going to put it out there, but if you haven't checked it out yet, get over to Grease and Gears TV. It is hours and hours and hours. Like, you can spend the entire fall season and through the winter checking out motorcycle stuff, and we're going to be bringing tons of content to you. So go check it out today. Tons of interviews, tons of, motorcycle features, how-to stuff, everything that we do on that channel. Yeah, and it pays towards Mark's retirement, so make sure you get out there and support Mark.
Dude, let me tell you, the little interviews are so worth it. To see the history of motorcycling, to see the history of what we all love so much is probably my favorite part of the whole thing.
It's definitely makes me very proud to be part of it, man. And I mean, for any of you guys that are close to us, and that's the reason why we're here in Mitchell, South Dakota. We're getting ready to ramp this thing up in a really big way. So get ready for Grease and Gears TV to go to the next level. First up in the news tonight, and this comes in from RevZilla, and I kind of have to give this a clickbait award. Mm-hmm. So I also, like many of you, saw this news headline hit the social media this week, and I was super pissed. Because right here, Harley shifts production of U.S.-bound Revolution Max models to Thailand. I was super pissed when I read this, so mad that I showed it to 2 or 3 people, and I shut my phone off, which, if I would have read down, it explains a little bit, but not as much that an insider, who we have to remain nameless at this point, told me the actual deal with it was a good thing. They have decided to put $9 million into retooling the facility that makes the Revolution Max motor. While they do that, it's going to take an entire year. So they let the dealers decide. Mm-hmm. Either they disband the models that use that powertrain, which would have been primarily the Pan American.
Which I can't imagine them doing that anytime soon. That would be crazy.
or they switch to another manufacturing facility overseas for the year while they're retooling, because the complication would have been if they would have moved it to one of the other facilities, since they have less to choose from now, it would have put a strain on the other model families, you know. Yep. So it's not a great thing, and I will keep a watchful eye out to see, because the scary thing is with the leadership at that company, you hope that this doesn't go for a year and that year goes so well.
Yeah, that's my biggest concern on that.
But what they don't deserve, especially right now with all the bullshit that Harley's been going through, what they don't deserve is somebody to take a cheap shot at them. So just make sure you read through all these articles and stuff when these things are coming out.
No, I agree. But I think the headline was definite clickbait, without a doubt. We should have more guests in the realm of he who shall not be named. It's just fun. I want to have the blacked out face with the voice modulator. Wow.
It was early in 1972 when I first started working for Harley.
So Bagger Bader, I'm mad that our government didn't try to help HD come up with an economic plan to keep it in the U.S.
Yeah.
Do you want to take that one?
You know, there's so many things to say about this, but it doesn't apply now that I hear what the whole plan is, because the plan is really about responsibility. If they're going to retool a factory, that means in the long term they're providing a solution for themselves, which, I mean, that's what the free market should do, right? What I will say is that I've long been a proponent of the idea that from the minute that the Reagan administration gave Harley-Davidson a break on all of the other competitors while they reformed their company, the American taxpayer has a seat at that company's boardroom, right? So
yeah, right.
It should always be in the best interest of the American worker, of, you know, everything here, and especially when it comes to, like, the key words there were domestic motorcycles. That means bikes that are going to be sold here, right? But you know, another friend of mine reminded me today, it's a global world. You know, the world works on a global economy. There are no such thing as black and white when it comes to where things are made anymore. It's very much shades of gray, and it's hard as shit to do.
Yeah, nope, agree. It's a slippery slope.
Craig Ferry's in the house. What's
Hi,
up,
Craig?
buddy?
He's like the FXR king.
So next up in the news, and this is some really good news to report. 24 Rusty Wallace charity ride to Sturgis. Everybody who keeps an eye on this thing, the 6th annual Sturgis Buffalo Chip Rusty Wallace charity ride presented by Harley-Davidson raised nearly $390,000 for the NASCAR Foundation and Special Olympics Rapid Center Flame. That's absolutely cool as hell, man. The more you see this cat around, the more he seems to be involved in stuff that's just knocking it out of the park.
Yeah, he's a great interview too. He was great on the show.
And he's fun as hell too to hang out with.
Yeah, he's a good time.
So Professional Monkey said the Sportster S and Nightster are sold mainly overseas. Anyway, but this was a thing that one of my insiders from Harley-Davidson told me too, is that the fact that, you know, when it really comes down to the numbers of the motorcycles with that powertrain in it, it wasn't as big a deal as we might all suppose it to be. You know, it wasn't. They're not high volume motorcycles. You know, not yet anyway. So it'll be interesting. Like I said, keep your eyes peeled, and we'll see what happens in the future. Also from Harley-Davidson, and this is not so. Let's talk for a minute about the fact that I believe everybody on planet Earth right now should know the name Robbie Starbuck, right? Mm-hmm. And seen the crazy video of, you know, all the Harley-Davidson woke stuff and everything. We're actually going to address that hopefully next week. We have a special guest coming on that's going to put some thoughtful debate into that whole thing.
Well, and I'm hoping to deliver some facts as well.
Yeah. There's a lot of people that have grabbed that cat's video and just ran with it. Everybody's reproducing it, replaying it, using it as part of their news broadcast. There's a lot more to it. But amidst that kind of stuff going on, then we also see the news report from Fox, from, what was it, the New York Times, that in A recent presentation, CEO compares himself to Taliban in an effort to remake motorcycle brand. Now, when you read down through this, it was 2 different times that he talked about being a sustainable Taliban. And I think what he was trying to say is the fact that he's radical about taking the company in the direction of sustainability, but I'm not sure that's how the general public is taking
I don't think
that.
necessarily for the most iconic American brand that was the proper reference.
Nomenclature?
Yeah, nomenclature, yeah. He could have
right.
chosen so many other things to compare it to, but not the Taliban.
No, that's probably a term you don't want to stick to.
Yeah.
Did he do
sure.
it just to get people to read the article? Maybe, I don't know, but bad choice of words.
I don't know, dude. The cat is he falls on the side of a radical to begin with, so it's hard to say what's in his mind, because he has plainly come out and said that it's his mission to reform this company.
Yep.
You know, so I'm not sure. I'm not sure where that goes. What I can tell you is, just like Kurt Peterson said, if anybody just saw his comment go by, he says stay loyal to the brand, even if their leadership is a bit crazy right now. Still American jobs feeding American families. And this is another thing. Like, you've never seen us here do the flip your patch thing, because from the manufacturer the whole way down through the aftermarket, this is such a small, tiny industry. Mm-hmm. It can hardly be called that. You don't ever want to see anything bad happen with the place where it all starts, you know? And I mean, I'm as much a chopper kid as you're going to find out here. You know, I've had one almost new motorcycle in my life. Harley could care less at the end of the day what I actually think, other than the fact that we, you know, test their products and do all this stuff. But as a consumer, you know, I'm not a concern. Yeah. But I still have loyalty to that company. I still know that it affects every one of us the whole way through.
Yeah, because there would be no choppers, there would be no anything without it starting with Harley Davidson. Professional Monkey, the funny thing is they've made him right. He was basically saying, I'm the devil for doing this.
Yeah.
And that's really, I mean, I hate to say it, but that's really a category that people are putting him in, because he is so radical. You know, his statement saying that he wanted to make Harley Davidson all electric within the next 10 years. Is that what he said? Was it 10 years? I mean, so he's making those statements, and it's up to us to decipher, you know, what's actually going to happen. And hopefully this is a place where, you know, our voice
listen,
matters.
I'm kind of happy that at this point we have Harley Davidsons that have electrical systems that are 100% working. From where, listen, I lived through the AMF years, baby.
Oh, dude, yeah, right. You better off riding a bowling pin.
All right, so one more piece of news. We're going to go back to the Sturgis Rally for a second. For the SDBPB 24 Sturgis Motorcycle Rally sees mixed numbers. Now, in this, it says that the numbers were about the same. Is that what you were telling us, Heather?
Yeah, I mean, I still feel like they were a little down. That was just the overall vibe. I know we were very lucky with the events that we hosted, and our bike show being up, and our, you know, and actually, you know, there were some other things being down, but the traffic just didn't seem to me there. I don't know if people were just out riding, or at the first half of the week staying in their hotels because it was 107 degrees.
So in this official City Communication Director, Deb Holland, in this official report, it says, on one hand, this is a down rally for overall traffic compared to a 5-year average. On the other hand, it was up over 23's numbers. Holland said the tally of vehicles isn't necessarily a window into overall visitation. So
basically they don't know
Maybe
yet.
they were just counting dualies in town.
If you rode in on a Buffalo, you didn't count. That's
so good.
Kieran says HD has better vehicle electronic systems than new Mercedes-Benz. Since I own both of those, I can tell you that's true, and that was my point.
Yeah.
Steve Broyle said maybe he should have said Wizard of Oz. May have been a better fit.
Poppy with a great one-liner.
Professional Monkey. He's so good. It's no wonder why this guy has such a great following, man. I love to hear him talk about shit and his perspective. You know, he went from saying the funny thing is it made him right. He was saying basically I'm the devil for doing this, and then he followed it up with and people freaked out as expected. You know, I mean, I guess if you're gonna eat a shit sandwich, man, put on your bib and go at it. You know.
Oh yeah, right.
We'll see how it plays
totally
out
agree.
for him. I know it's been a hard couple weeks, and I have a lot of people that I care about in Harley Davidson, and all I'm asking is take your time, take a deep breath,
Do your homework.
do your homework, fact check the shit that's landing in front of you, because the world is not Facebook and not everybody is your friend.
Amen.
That's all I'm saying.
Right.
Amen.
All right, man. So listen, rolling on into the second part
So
of the
wait,
show.
everybody that I'm on Facebook isn't my friend?
They're
No.
not, Mark.
Nope.
They're
Nope,
not.
Nope, nope.
Dude, I screwed that all up.
So these guys that we've got coming up have 17 days
I know.
to finish their motorcycle.
Oh, man.
See, that was one of them right there saying, what is she doing to us? So listen, man, you're watching Shop Talk through the courtesy of the Dennis Kirk Motorcycle Studio. We are going to take a short break, show you some shit that I was up to in my garage. When we come back on the other side, we're going to the first ever Garage Build Off builders, 4 of them tonight, and we're going to see where they're at and what you can expect to see when we all get to Salisbury in 17 days. Stick around. You're watching Shop Talk.
Tech tips are brought to you by S&S, proven performance for the power sports industry.
So in the life of the garage builder, one of the main things that you want to focus on is organization, having things organized so you can get to things quickly and get into the work. That is the number one goal, especially when you're trying to do this work on nights and weekends. You don't want to waste a lot of time looking for things and set up. So you guys have seen me use these bins a lot for all of my fabrication bungs and tabs, all of my different hardware, my carburetor parts, my small parts. But what ends up happening inherently throughout the process of building something, they're all over the floor because I have them stacked up on the shelf and I pull through them trying to find out which one is the one that I need, even if I have the name tags on the front of them. It becomes a mess and they're all over the place. So what we've come up with now is a little something I stole off of one of the home improvement stores. I went in one day and I saw they had these wooden racks made for the big black and yellow totes, and they slide right in and out. So I thought, well, why can't we make those for these little bins? I can put them underneath my workbench so that all of my stuff is nice, and if I'm looking for something, I can look right here and say, this is the one I keep my welding supplies in. So we're gonna make these real quick. Okay, so to get started, we're gonna take some 2x2 material. I know my uprights, I want at 17. And we're gonna cut enough to make one more center and 2 outside. So total is 6 of those. Four, 8, 16. Okay, there's our cuts. So now we are gonna set them up for holes. They have to be 3/4 of an inch in both directions. Okay, I got all my marks made. Gonna start off with about an 1/8 inch drill to do a pilot hole. That's gonna keep the backside from splintering as much. So now with our pilots done, we're gonna move up to our final size. Now we're ready for assembly. Let's lay out our hardware. We have some 5/16, 5.5 bolts, a bunch of 5/16 washers, 5/16 3.5 bolts, and 5/16 nuts. Now for the end piece, we're gonna go with the 3.5, 5/16 3.5 bolts. Starting from the outside. Okay, now on the center uprights, we're going to go to the longer bolts. So you can see here I have a middle piece and an outside piece, and I'm going to take these real quick and show you like where these are going to go and how this is going to work. Okay, so I have the bottom area of this bench here that we're going to start assembly of our slide rails. I'm going to leave that same 1.5 inches in the front of these. And what I'm going to do for this first one is I'm just going to tack it in. Okay. The next bin was to be 18. And to do that, I'm just going to grab a bin. Outside to outside. 18.5. Now see, you might be asking, why did I not put a crossbar on the top? Well, some of these are a little bit wider or a little bit taller, and to leave room for that variance, I just left the top bar off. Now it's just a matter of completing those same steps over and over for as many bins as you might have in your garage. Can you come here for a minute? All right, so not a super technical tech tip this week, but you know, kind of cool, good way to organize your shop, keep things where you can get to them quick and make it easier. Hey, this is Chris with Grease and Gears TV. We'll see you next time in the garage.
The only thing standing between you and the open road is some garage time with the right parts and accessories to make your motorcycle roar. And that's why riders everywhere choose DennisKirk.com, the one stop you need to get your Harley back on the road. Our knowledgeable tech staff will help you navigate our more than 185,000 parts, apparel, and accessories that are ready to ship today, with free shipping on all orders over $89. So tune up your ride and get ready for the next adventure. Ride more, wait less. Dennis Kirk.
I'm Brian Clock from Clockworks in Mitchell, South Dakota, and you're watching Shop Talk.
All right, you sons of bitches, let's hear it. Let me get ready. Go ahead. Give me a shot. Go ahead.
So I want to know what you have 12 of those that you made little spaces for, but I still saw more.
That's not the point.
That means you have too much stuff.
No, that's the point of organizing when you have so much stuff, so that I can get to it.
Yeah, but see, now that it's organized, I know when they multiply. Before you could just like shove them all in there and I wouldn't notice. Now I notice.
I know that somewhere there is a guy out there that is anal retentive as me that just went, son of a bitch, I'm making that this weekend.
Hey, I only have one thing to say. You never cleaned up before. All of a sudden, you're building shit to organize stuff.
Oh, Mark, you should see. He is the tiny acorn. Like,
what the hell happened?
It's amazing.
Stop.
He used to have to piss me off to clean stuff up.
You can never have too much stuff. Jolly, my man. What's up, baby? All right. So, anyway, tech tips like that. More intensive ones, stuff with motors, stuff with choppers, stuff with frames. You can find all of it on Grease and Gears TV. That's what we do, because in our free time, we like to play with motorcycles. We play with motorcycles when we work. We play with motorcycles when we sleep. That's who we are. We're motorcycle play people. That's what we do.
Wow.
Oh.
Are you done yet?
What?
Don't we have something to get to?
SmokeOut.
SmokeOut. Well, what are you waiting for?
So we started this thing in honor of, if you guys are unaware, SmokeOut is one of the longest running, the original chopper party, one of the longest running grassroots motorcycle rallies. It started in Salisbury, North Carolina. It was the birthplace of the biker build-offs. Very first biker build-off happened at SmokeOut between Billy Lane and Roger Bourget. It was where a lot of people met Indian Larry for the first time. It was where they met Ice Cream Man from Hell. It was the crowning achievement of the Horse magazine. And for years and years and years, if you wanted to see good down-home shit that people built with their two hands, who were raising hell and having fun on it, that was the place to go. This is our third year now with the honor of taking over the mantle of command in this, the caretakers of it. And in honor of what they always used to do called the amateur chop-off, we decided that we would make this a little more modern and take it into the age of the garage builder. So we started off with 56 builders, put it down to 24.
That was excruciating.
It was. Those 24 we took to social media and let social media vote it down to 12. And we now have 12 builders who are in whatever state of production of their custom motorcycle.
I think I've seen 3 completed.
Yeah.
Yep.
Nobody likes to show off.
We had one. Oh, look at that. Miss Judy, I'll be there, so get ready.
Oh, man.
Talk about two builders whose legacies have gone in 2 different directions.
Very much so.
I'm not sure.
You said Indian
what was that?
Billy Lane.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Absolutely. I thought you meant because we also do.
You forgot what you said.
Well,
you two just had a moment.
Your mom showed up, Heather.
Like, I don't know.
Your mom showed up, and the whole thing went to hell. I got nervous. I lost my place. I don't even know what I'm talking about.
I just like to know that it's not only me. Oh, look at that cool new shot you did.
Right?
I know. I mentioned that earlier. That's pretty cool right there.
This is our big studio shot.
Very cool.
All right, so Jim Grady, have a bookcase full of horseback back issues. Nice to peruse through in the middle of January where there's a foot of snow outside. We actually have.
We still print a magazine.
We do.
It's called Cycle Source.
It's amazing. It's amazing.
Oh, nobody's more surprised than we are.
So we've done one of these shows already where we invited some of the builders in, and tonight we have 3 of the 4 we were trying to get on. One of them had
I'm so thankful they stayed with us. We were very long-winded before them tonight.
Let's go and check these guys out and see what they're bringing.
Just Hanging Out in the Shop is brought to you by Spectral Oils. Made in the USA since 1966, the best oil on planet Earth.
Gentlemen.
What's that?
Thank you all for being patient and sticking around with us while we got you on here tonight.
Thanks for having us.
So, 17 days. How you feeling?
Not good.
Overwhelmed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
Still finding stuff I need to order.
Have them tell us who's who.
yeah, tell us who you are.
My name's Gordon Oliff, James Oliff. I go by Flake Paint Design on Instagram.
Right on.
I'm Cameron Zimmerman. I'm Creeper Customs on Instagram.
And
Yep, go ahead.
I'm Puput Yuwana, and they call me Put on Instagram, Java Sky.
Right on. Right on. Well, James, let's start with you. Let's talk about your motorcycle. What are you building?
Uh-oh, I hung up.
Oh, no, you're there.
Sorry, I hung up on you. What's going on? All right.
You're good.
All right. I didn't hear the question. What's going on?
I said let's take a look at your motorcycle and talk about what you're building.
Yeah, let's get to it. What's up? All right. So just got some exhaust I fabbed up here. Super clean. I'm not big on the stainless steel where they just pie cut them because no one ever stretches them back out to make them oblong, so they kind of stagger. I did a little stretch technique on these to overlap them. Just try to I'm just big on super clean. So some people like it. Swing arm. I took some heat off this from Speed Metal Belt. I guess Providence Cycle has a swing arm with speed holes in it. It is what it is. Everybody's been doing it forever. I think that the Providence Cycle swing arm is freaking bee's knees, though. It looks great. I just wanted to do something a little bit different.
It doesn't. I think you guys squared that all up, right?
Oh yeah, for sure, man, for sure. All those guys are great guys, and they build awesome bikes. So, yep.
That is a good-looking motorcycle.
FX. Yeah. This was today in the blazing 90 degree heat, freaking 90 degree. So we're remodeling our dining room. I brought the bike into the dining room to have air conditioning, but the wife threw me out. So I'm back out in the heat again.
Yeah, did you see he's working under a 10 by 10 pop tent out down in like southern Florida in the heat? That's dedication.
Yeah.
That's absolute dedication.
You got to get her done,
So this was before the last picture. I got him out of order.
Yeah. That's so it basically was an '86 FXR I took in on trade, and it had a bent crank. I had a ring that let loose on it. The frame wasn't really that good, and I was like, well, this will make a good chop. So I'm not big on the high neck FXRs these guys are building. I think they look good, but it's just not my thing. So I actually dropped it a little bit and just, inch and 3/4 backbone, changed it up just a little bit and made it more my style.
Yeah, right on.
But,
James, what do you do for a living?
I actually do IT, so I'm the cyber workforce program manager on a Navy base here in Panama City.
Wow,
Oh, wow.
Right on, man.
That's about as far from motorcycling as possible.
Yeah, I've been doing this. I've been doing IT for about 29 years. So I did 6 years in Afghanistan. I started building bikes because my wife didn't know what street glide was mine, and I've just been doing it. I've been doing it ever since. One of my local buddies owns Six Cycle. When he, everything's a black bike. I ask him what color I need to paint it, and he says, "Me too." I know I'm painting it black. So,
dude, let me ask you an important question though. What does your shirt say?
It says Dippin' Dots, man. Represent.
That's my man right there, boy.
Yeah.
We don't play around when it comes to ice cream in this hizzy.
Nah, heck no. Nah. It's like a fat kid with cake.
Yeah.
So how are you feeling about where you're at with it? The time you have left, you good?
Man, I'm right there on the fence. So I opened a box today that was AM's paintings, and someone had sent me the wrong stuff. So hopefully I'll get the right. If not, that's an easy fix. It just won't be as clean as I want it to be. And then I'm missing my freaking chain conversion front sprocket. I had 4 of them sitting at the house, and they were all the wrong teeth. I guess they were sporties, and I didn't look at them right. So the 86 FXR has that weird freaking ratchet 5-speed, and I just wasn't paying attention, so that's on me. But hopefully we can get it all put together.
Right on. Hey, real quick, I just want to butt in and make sure that both Jeff Joliffe and Tim Stahl know that Laura is desperately trying to get a hold of you. She's tried several times apparently to send you a friend request and would now like you to send her one from your end and see if that actually works.
So, Laura, this is not Match.com or AFF or like Feet Finder.
Here's a little something for you though on your way out.
Can I get a name, man?
We're gonna hit this little block button. There you go. Bye-bye.
Hey, did he drill that swing arm out himself and plug it? Did you do that stuff all by yourself?
Yeah, I sure did. I drilled it and plugged it, and then turned around and I laid up some grommets to go in it, make it clean up a little bit, and then I cut the axle out of the back, and I cut some 1/2-inch aluminum blocks to go back there for the axle adjuster. So and then I actually laid the adjusters and I milled the adjusters out in the back also. Just simple stuff I could have bought, but I mean this is a chopper show, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah, that's pretty cool, man. Don't you worry about what anybody says about what you build in your garage. Tell them to shut up, mind their own business. That's cool shit right there.
No, you know what, man? That is really cool looking, and I give you mad props for it.
Oh, come on, man. Yeah.
So
I like it.
I wanna thank you, dude, for this whole experience coming along on the whole ride with us. I'm super excited to see what you bring. We're putting together a killer area for you guys to display from. And 17 days, baby. It's gonna roll in. We're gonna do the shakedown ride and then see what's up.
Man, I just want to say I've been following this since Rockingham. The old pros versus Joes, and it's such an honor to be part of this. I'm glad you guys took it over, and you're doing a great job. So.
Oh, thank you.
Right on, man. Thank you. All right, so who we moving on to next? Who wants to take the stage? Put.
Cameron?
Let's see.
Oh, me?
Huh?
All right. Head on. Where do I start?
Well, tell us a little bit about yourself. Because as far as your motorcycles, I'm a fan. Like as soon as you came on to this project, like I started looking at your stuff and I was like, oh, this dude for sure.
Oh, thank you. So I'm from Indonesia, and I born and raised in Central Java. If you look at the Google Earth or something, if you don't know where it's like Indonesia is a lot of island there. And then after I graduate high school, I moved to Bali. And then when I'm in Bali, I have just like working for somebody like on the motorcycle shop. And then that's how I learned how to work on the bike. And then I met my wife there. So she's from here, from North Carolina. And then 8 years ago, we moved here. And then I just in love with the culture here, with like a fit twin and stuff. I'm a British guy before. Like I always have like a BSA, Triumph, Norton, and then when I moved here, I bought a Harley Davidson and then just start like loving it.
Right on.
But I always like the old school.
Yeah, well, you do the old school pretty well. That's no shit.
Thank you.
Let's bring up some pictures of your bike because, like I said, right off the bat, I mean, I was a fan of this. I can see 3 or 4 builders that are absolute favorites of mine that have some influence going on in this thing, but somehow you still manage to bring your own personality out in it too.
Well, there's the painting there is like a hand painted. that I designed, but my buddy in Indonesia helped me finish it because I going back there like 2 months ago, and then I brought the gas tank and fender, and then I draw it on the paper, and then my friend do the rest like hand painted. They have like every painting on that side, they have like a meaning, story, and symbol. You know, like there's from Java, Indonesia, that we call it like a batik. You know, like it's kind of like a symbolic about like universe come together and stuff like that. And then
on the face or on the top of the tank, that's a Balinese fertility mask, right?
Yes, that's called barong. That's why I call my chopper barong. Yeah, awesome. If you, it's a lot to explain, but if you see the bike in person, the bike is speak itself. And then I paint the frame inside my trailer, and then it's just like and then I think, and then the rest of them I found the part is just from like a swap meet part, and then I bought my friend here local, like Evil Twin, Rob Whitlow, and Camel City Cycles, the one always selling part, that's always support me for part if I need it. So I want to say thank you for helping me, guys, if you watch.
I can't find the actual one, but I hurried up and pulled something up just so we could take a look at these things. This is some of my favorite artwork, are these masks.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, they call it Barong Bali, and then you can Google the meaning there.
That's
it's a creator. But
I love that you brought the tins back home with you to have the artwork done. That's such a special thing. Like, that's great.
I almost have a trouble in custom on the way back here.
Oh no!
At GFK airport on the way back here, the customs stopped me, and then they sent me to the extra room, you know, and then I got like an interview, like, what is this? You brought the gas tank and painter here, like, can we check it out? Like, we open it up, like, because it's already wrapped and everything. You know? And it's make me scared to open it, you know, but I have no clue, like, I have to do it. And then they say, like, what is this? Like, I have to explain, you know, like, and then finally, like, they say, like, oh, good luck. This is, like, badass, man.
That's awesome.
Dude, that would have been a hell of a story. Dude got arrested in customs for building the bike for the SmokeOut.
Right.
I think I'd have put some money up for that story.
Yeah, right.
We'd help you pay that ticket.
Poor dude out of jail.
So there's your frame and paint, getting ready, get started building. It's such a good looking motorcycle.
So
I like the way he brought culture into it also.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, it's not just a bike, he brought some of his own.
That's basically, there is like I tried to mix like 3 different culture right there, because there's like a British, since I like a British motorcycle, so there is a Wassel gas tank, and then the muffler tip came from like BSA, you know, so it's like a smaller than Harley.
Yeah.
That's beautiful.
So yeah, British culture there, American culture for sure for the drivetrain and stuff, and then Javanese culture and Balinese culture right there. So it's Indonesian culture there.
Yeah, man, I love it.
Super cool.
I can't wait to see this one up close for sure.
Oh yeah.
And
dude, there's
you know,
so
on
many
Instagram people just like, I don't know, they comment, there is always troll like, nice bike, but why dirt bike tires? Like, you know, like this is not a dirt bike tire. It's like a trial bike tire. You know, you basically can ride this on the highway. It's fine.
Oh yeah. Yeah, and you know that's funny too, because like that was back in the history of this stuff, man. You know, you see a lot of aggressive tires and stuff on bikes. It was a different thing.
Bill Dodge push.
Yeah, yep.
I would imagine where you're from, you have to be able to ride in pretty much any condition.
Yeah, exactly.
So you have to use what you have. So I think that's great.
Hey, I don't know if you looked out the door lately here where we live. You better get some of the tires too, sister.
Oh, true.
Panamera tires.
Now, how common are custom motorcycles like this in your homeland? They're not exceptionally common, are they?
Oh, now it's really big now.
Is
in
it?
Indonesia? Yeah.
Well,
for
we're
like
gonna
a
have to go
custom
there
bike.
and see for ourselves. That's a total
Yeah.
total business expense.
We have like a custom bike show every 3 months. It's like
Wow.
big, really super big. And then the biggest one is gonna be in October, I think.
Well, we
Hey,
might have to go.
Well, listen, in the meantime, how would you feel about taking some pictures and writing some thoughts down about it and help us bring some coverage of that? I would love to see some of this. I'd love to bring it to people in the magazine.
Sure, yeah.
That's dope.
Excellent. I'll get with you offline on that. I would love to bring custom culture from around the world to the magazine. That'd be awesome.
I'll be there next year, full summer. So let me know if you guys want to join
Oh, we're going to
me,
be
you
in
know?
touch. If we have a chance to go there, we're going there.
Oh, yeah.
That's going to happen.
Dude, that'd be awesome to see the different cultures bringing these choppers and these custom builds into play here. That's pretty cool.
Mrs. Monkey is loving on that thing.
Mm-hmm.
Look out.
Monkey, you better be careful. So real quick, talking about different cultures, Werngo Eric from Cameroon, Africa, actually sent me pictures
Wow, right on.
of some of his stuff, and they definitely have a different style, and they are absolutely using
Ask him if we can get him on the show.
whatever we can.
Let's bring him on. Let's bring him on.
So I want to show you this one in particular. Their ambulance there. Let's see. There you go. There's an ambulance in Cameroon. Oh, duh. I have a camera right in front of me.
Damn.
Super cool.
Nice.
The dude's on the radio while he's riding.
Right?
Right? All right, one more. I got to show you
Safety
this one 'cause
first,
it's
you
just
know?
so great.
Yeah, that'd be super cool to get some of these
Okay,
people
I
from
really
all around
need
the
you to
world
look
start
close
popping
and
onto
count the
show.
people.
Nice.
Wow.
Looks like
Oh,
looks
yeah.
like one of the first BMRs.
What are you kidding me? That picture could have been taken last year at SmokeOut.
I think that's so
Yeah,
great.
right.
Oh, shit.
So good, so good. I love that he shared. Awesome.
All right, man. Well, listen. Same question to you. What do you think about 17 days left? It looks like you're already riding your motorcycle around, so I feel like that's a bullshit question for you.
Well, I blew up my first motor like last week.
Oh,
What did he say?
he
All
said
right.
I blew up my
I-
first motor last week.
1948 FL on the first original build.
Oh.
And then I just trust people like here, like, you know, when I bought the motor, not this one. This one is the new, brand new. I just fresh rebuild
Yeah.
myself. Like this belonged to another bike, but I steal it now for the show. You know.
Oh, dude.
So my 48, I trust this guy. He's like, you know, he sell me motor and then like, oh, this plug and play, you know, is good, blah blah blah. And then okay, and he know I gonna use this motor for like a garage build chopper, you know what I mean? And then so that's why I just focus on the frame and then on the design, exterior design, you know. But after everything done, and then I first ride, just like less than 20 miles, and then it's already like smoking everywhere, and then like leaking oil everywhere, and then like making noise and just like hot, really really super hot, and then it's like crazy, you know. I cannot use it anymore, so I just take that motor out and then I use the other one. So
Reluctantly, I have to ask you, the name of the guy that sold you that was not Martin Davis.
no, I'm not. You know, it's just like
Wow.
Don't ever buy from marketplace, guys. Really, you have to be careful.
So listen, I'm just having some fun with one of our friends. Roadside Marty is a dear friend of ours, but I'm sure right now he's somewhere with the top of his head laying across the room because I busted his balls on the show. Oh man, well
He's right down the road from me.
yeah, he'll be
Oh, boy.
he'll be happy tomorrow. I'm surprised my phone's not ringing already.
Yeah. So yeah, and then good thing I have a spare motor, you know, because I do also like buy and sell stuff for a living, you know, so I always have.
Oh, sure. I just have a spare pan head laying it around.
Yeah, that'd be nice, huh?
Please.
Right?
Yeah, but it's like you know, I would like to use the 48, not the 50. You know what I mean? Like.
Oh yeah, first year pan, absolutely.
Yeah.
That's another step OG, baby.
So cool. So cool.
All right, well,
But
listen.
it is what it is. I'm cool with that now. You know, like I'm ready and already ride around, and then I stuck on the rain 2 times already.
Awesome.
Well, we appreciate you being here too, buddy. I can't thank you enough for it. It's
Well, thank you for having me. This really meant a lot to me, you know, since I'm not from here, and then this is my really first time, like, you know, in the U.S. community here. You know what I mean? Like, so.
Well, we're thrilled to have you.
Yeah, you're killing
I
it.
hope everyone welcome me. You know.
No, you're killing it. And there's so many people, like even in the messages right now, like people that are saying that you have their vote and that they've been the whole time they've been, you know, digging on your bike. Like you got big fans out here already.
Thank you.
Not to take anything away from the rest of you guys. I don't want to. I don't want to do that.
I'm just there for the music, man.
Hey, so is anyone else as stoked at me that we got Texas Hippie Coalition this year? Like that's.
I think you're very excited.
I'm very excited. I'm very excited.
I'm looking forward to a lot of our other stuff, like Cody Parks in the Dirty South. I think is going to be killer.
Dude, they're killer. Yeah,
like they're so much fun.
They're fantastic.
And we've got a couple other bands like Shaker and Dazer.
Dude, talk about Shaker for a minute.
Oh,
because it was
Shaker.
funny. The other day we were talking to Billy from Twisted Tea, and we're telling him like, oh, we got this and that. And like we tried to get some unusual. Like we found these kids, Mark.
2 sets of kids. Both of them
Like,
are in their 20s.
In their early 20s.
Yep.
And when I tell you they are rocking like 70s rock.
Like Deep Purple and they're
Deep
doing
tracks.
it like off the hook good. So I have 2 crazy good bands that are like a much younger generation, well, at least much younger than us, that are just going to kill it. I'm so excited to have them on our stage, and I think they have some amazing things ahead of them. I do have 2 repeat bands this year. We have, because they were so good, I have them, which is that great rockabilly band, and we also have One for the Road. So
3
it's going to be a
bands.
great time.
Because also.
Big House Pete.
Pete.
You got to play at least 1 or 2 songs with them. You're not going without your bass, just so you know.
So Cameron, let's get to you.
So, hey, Cameron. As you can see, it's not a pan. It's just an Evo. It sucks, but
hey, now.
Hey, come on, man.
Not nearly as cool of a story, but I have not heard it run yet. So hopefully it actually makes it farther than 20 miles. But no, I got regular Evo motor. We freshened up the top end. It's a shovel frame. Had to redo the backbone. I probably keep in 20% of the stock frame. The rest is all custom made, hand bent by me. So a Sportster tank that I split open, widened up, made a little custom. It doesn't even look like a Sportster tank anymore. Lead sled fender. Custom exhaust I made. 5-speed transmission. Custom bars, custom sissy bar. I'm not running this ugly wheel up here. That won't be on there. I've got a 2000s mag wheel that I'm waiting for Derange Concepts to finish the hub for it so I can run it on here.
I really dig.
yeah,
I really dig what's going on with the
sleep.
frame there. Like
Do what now?
I said, I really dig what's going on with the frame there. I want to see when the tank is mounted. I want to see what's there.
So the tank's actually going to be very far back. It's going to be like all of this up here is going to be open.
Yeah.
The tank will be right
Let me
in
go
right
here.
in my crotch. And the backbone actually started as just a joke that I made just to kind of get lines, and I hated it. But the longer I kept it on there, I kind of fell in love with it, and now I don't have time to change it. So it's
I got that lightning bolt. Lightning bolt homage.
Yeah.
So someone else picked up on the twisted metal too. Is that stuff that you twisted yourself?
So all the twisted steel, that piece, the foot pegs, and the piece in between the handlebars are from Josh Boggs.
Our buddy Josh.
Steel City.
Yep. Steel City Blacksmith.
Blacksmith, yeah. I have some of his stuff on my other bike, and he sent me this. He sent me a little care package at the beginning of this build, so I worked it into it. And it's turned out freaking awesome so far.
Yeah, Josh is a good kid. He really is.
Yeah, shout out to him and his company for that.
Yeah. He's still in your neighborhood, Mark.
Oh, yeah. Actually, he's in Tennessee right now. He's on vacation from what I'm gathering. But, yeah, Josh is only 3-4 miles from both of our houses, you know?
He's had a hard year or so.
Yeah, he's
with everything.
He's getting back on his feet, though. He's doing okay. So,
well, we're always there for him. I love to see his work out there. I'm so glad some of it's going to show up on this bike.
Yeah. He's a great kid.
It's awesome. I really appreciate him sending it to me because it worked out great.
And what do you mean just an Evo? Evo is the new Shovelhead, man.
Oh, yeah. No shit, man.
I mean, I'll agree with that. It's just not as cool as a pan.
Well, all matters what you like, you know?
Right.
Yeah, some of us don't
Sometimes
have pan money.
Good
gracious.
Yeah, sometimes if you like to ride, you want your Evo instead of your...
If I get a panhead, I got to call a finance officer.
At least they're cooler than electric bike.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
Right on. Well, you guys are absolutely the best for signing on to this. I'm hoping this is going to be something that people talk about, like, you know, when we talk about old days of SmokeOut and the things that have gone on. I'm hoping that, like, after we don't even run this event anymore, I'm hoping that people talk about, hey, remember when they first started doing the garage build off? Remember how cool that was?
Oh yeah. Hey, so you guys said we're going to do a ride also. Have y'all mapped out the ride or anything, or how many miles we've got to put on the bike? I know I'm going to be coming in on a wing and a prayer. So.
It's going to be a minimum of 20 miles round trip.
That's cool.
Yeah.
We'll have parts falling off all over the place. We're going to need a truck to follow us.
We will have a chase vehicle, I promise.
Yeah. Cool.
I will need
damn chopper kids.
And that's about all I'm going to tell you guys.
Yeah, we got Matt Rowe.
I'm going to rig mine up with pedals.
Pedals in the toe.
I'm going to put a strap on yours and you can tow me.
Hell yeah.
Oh, you guys are going to be awesome. It's all right. I know it. I know. We did, when we did Lone Star one year, we used to have this thing called what the hell was the name of it?
In Motion?
In Motion.
Did you just have a stroke?
I did.
Wow.
And one year the In Motion show ride, the qualifying ride for the builders was 80 miles. I thought they were going to lynch me.
Oh, dude.
They were so pissed. They were so pissed.
Steve Pfeffer, hands down, wins the no matter what it takes
he
to
came
get it
smoking,
done. Get it done, dude.
Sputtering.
Oh my God!
He
pulled back
literally
up, he was lost.
He looked like a crop duster that didn't have wings. Like the wings fell off of his crop duster plane, and he just came landing in. There was so much smoke and shit flying out of that motorcycle.
He was 25 foot from his bike, and he was smoking.
Oh, well, listen, we're going to put up your Instagrams, each one of you, so people can follow along. Creeper Customs. Make sure you get out and follow these guys. Do us the favor. Do them the favor. Support this stuff because they're supporting everything that we're doing here with Garage Build Off. Flake Paint and Design. Paint Huffer. That's my jam right there.
Yeah, right? Those guys are the bomb.
Does it still count if we push them back in? Hey, we've seen that happen before. Like I said, our
Yes.
80-mile shakedown at Lone Star Rally, it was no joke.
Unfit.
Was that Pro Monkey Rider saying that?
Who was saying about the push it back in?
Josh Collins.
Josh Collins. Puput Yuwana. So let me get back to the pictures here for a second, because I want to make sure we give out some credit here for Jesse, who couldn't be here tonight. Jesse is working on a killer D-rake.
Yep.
This stands to be one of my favorites of the show too. Also an Evo.
Man, if that thing had a sore throat, it'd last for days.
Yeah, buddy.
So good.
It's so cool.
Big Randy's gonna be so proud of that.
I know, right?
Right?
Yeah, that's right up his alley.
Well, 17 days, gentlemen. We're right around the corner.
Oh, stop saying that. Stop it. Stop saying that. Stop saying that.
What the hell?
Stop saying that.
What the hell?
Oh, no, I have faith in all y'all. It's
17
gonna be
long
great.
days. That's what it is.
All right, man. Well, we'll let you guys go and get back to it. Thank you for being here with us tonight and showing us your work. I can't wait to see you all in
We
Salisbury.
wish you all the absolute best of luck. It's going to be
Thank
crazy.
you guys. And we'll see you in 17 days.
Yeah. If nothing
yeah.
else, I know
Looking
y'all are
forward
going to
to
have
it,
a hell
man.
of a time.
Yes, sir.
Man, let me just say that I've been talking to Cameron back and forth on this thing, man, and he's dead on it. Anytime I hit him up, he's freaking right there. We've been bouncing stuff off of each other. I just want to say he's a solid dude, man.
Right
Well,
on.
you know what?
Right
Like
back at you, bud.
at the end of the day, that's what it's really about. Like a bunch of years ago, I started doing this thing. It started as the FXR Friends Throwdown. Then it was Choppers one year. Then it was Do What You Want. Now they're doing Evos. And the best thing about it is all year long, everybody's just, throwing ideas
Camaraderie.
back and forth and trading parts. And, that's the fun of all of it. I mean, you show up with what you show up with. It's doing bikes is cool, but this is the part.
Hell yeah, I think me and Putt,
becoming-
we wear the same shop shoes. I think we're in there kicking the flip flops around. Like, yeah, I mean, just to meet these guys, and it's just something new. That's cool.
Oh, so you guys are like Tom
Yeah, man.
Kiefer. You wear the Jerusalem Cruisers in the shop.
Yeah, but I love it when Tom welds,
Oh,
he
hell-
puts his
hell
welding
yeah.
gloves on his feet because he doesn't want to put shoes on. It's so great.
Right on.
Man, I tell you what,
Hey, man,
you get
that's
some
what
high
this-
slag up underneath that flip flop, it's on, man.
And that's probably the best part
flip-flop-
about all this is
flip-flop
the
ride.
friends that you make, the camaraderie, the things that come out of this. I mean, these will be lifetime friendships, man. As much as it is about the bikes, it's about the people and the culture and passing this on to the next generation, which is awesome.
That's it.
So good.
Yeah.
All right, guys. Well, we'll cut you loose, man. Thanks for being here with us.
All right.
Appreciate
Thank
it.
you.
See you soon.
Thanks, guys.
All right, everybody. Hey, you're watching Shop Talk here on the Dennis Kirk Motorcycle Studio Network. We have lots more, so don't go anywhere. We have a cool feature bike to look at now. We're going to look at some products, and we're going to tell you,
Oh, my goodness.
other than SmokeOut, the events that are coming up. Don't go anywhere. You're watching Shop Talk.
Out of Focus is brought to you by Garage Build. Submit your build, share your passion. Powered by Dennis Kirk.
My name is Terry Richardson. I'm from Pratt, Kansas. I bought an old clunky chopper that had a big old Deltron motor in it and all kinds of goofy stuff on it. And I took it back to my shop. I got a kid that works for him building cannonball motors and stuff. And I said, "You want to build a chopper?" And he said, "I don't know nothing about them." I said, "Well, you can learn." So he did. And this is what he did. He turned in. We had Chad Ward over at Wichita did the paint on it. A guy in Kansas City did the chroming. We've hand fabricated a lot of parts on it, and it turned out pretty cool, I think. Chris Koss, he went to work for me. He built a house for me, and then he said he was tired of working on houses and he wanted to work on motorcycles. but I think he was thinking about metric bikes, you know. And we got on BMWs, and then got him switched over to where he was kind of interested in the Harleys, and then started doing the Cannonball stuff. Now he stays busy just doing Cannonball motors. That is WW, their Cannonball starter, and we were gonna, I've got a bum knee, so I can't hardly kick it anymore. And we bought that through them, and man, it's nice. I mean, you can't really see, I mean, you can't tell it's there. It just looks like something else. Some of them other ones, they got them big hoodangis on them, you know. But no, those boys are, I'm gonna put one on my 50 pan head. I like it. Chad, did the pins and the paint, and then Nadine did the primary over there. His mother, boy, she's really talented. They're both of them pretty. And I don't, you know, most people on a chopper put the little, my ass don't fit that good. I'm more of a two-row cultivator kind of a guy. I like to have a tractor seat. First one I've ever done. I was one of them that turned up my nose at that stuff for a long time, you know. I like the, back years ago we made FXRs, you know, Pro Street or whatever they call them. Yeah, just hot rods like that. But man, I like this. I just like the looks of them, and this really got my interest going down here. When I saw how many were here and how many guys were building them. You know, you don't see these bikes around. They're in somebody's garage someplace, you know, and now, hell, they're all out here riding and running, raising hell. Yeah, I like it. I like it a lot. My name is Terry Richardson. I'm from Pratt, Kansas, and I thank you for putting up with me, and thanks to Greasing Gear TV.
What's up, everybody? I'm Nate Beck, and you're watching Greasing Gears TV. Founded in 1901, Indian Motorcycle has become an American legacy brand. From its beginnings in innovation with the first American V-twin, the legendary Chief, and now going into the future with Indian's Pursuit Dark Horse motorcycle. Indian's Pursuit Dark Horse motorcycle is their performance touring, cream of the crop, mile munching machine. Here we have it with us today. I've been riding this bike a bunch, and I'm gonna give you the lowdown on the specs. Then we're gonna take it for a ride. We're gonna talk about how it feels, how it performs, and if this might be something that you wanna add to your stable. Powered by a 108 cubic inch engine pushing 122 horsepower with 128 foot-pounds of torque, this machine has plenty of punch even with a running weight of 912 pounds. Let's go over some of the dimensions of the Indian Pursuit here, starting off with the fuel tank. 6-gallon fuel tank. The lean angle is 31 degrees, the rake 25. Overall height coming in at 56.8 inches, 102.7 inches on the length, a width of 39 inches, and a seat height of 26.5 inches, giving you a wheelbase of 65.7 inches. Now, of course, a big part of performance and touring is the suspension. Up front, Indian is boasting a telescopic inverted front fork. And in the rear, you have a Fox single shock that is adjustable for solo or two-up riding, luggage, and you can fine-tune each of those presets. So let's walk around the bike real quick and just take a look at some of my favorite features that come stock on the Pursuit.
I really love the styling of the front end. Because this is a performance tour, it really gives it that aggressive feel and look to it that otherwise some full-dress touring baggers just don't have. Like, this bike looks mean, and I love the front end look on that. The vents for the legs, these are great. Whether you're cold or hot, you can pop these open, which is a really nice touch. And onto the floorboards. These floorboards are long, which is great because it's allowing me to move my foot forward, back into multiple different positions while I'm riding to make sure that I'm not getting that cramp. A super clean dash display that's going to give you a lot of information, but the way they designed it, it's easy to access, which we'll dig into here in a little bit. An adjustable front windshield, yes, you heard me right, so you can totally tailor your ride to how much wind you want. And lastly, a highlight for me is the subtle branding that looks so classy and clean, and then the stitching on this. That nice diamond cross pattern with the white stitching. It's just a really nice pop that adds that little cherry on top. So let's hop on this Indian Pursuit Dark Horse and head down the road and talk about how it feels when you're in the saddle.
What I've experienced so far on the Indian Pursuit Dark Horse is that this bike, like I said, whoever designed the geometry of it really showed up to work that day. It does not feel like a bike that's 912 pounds. ABS, traction control, that kind of stuff has been fairly standard on newer bikes for the past few years. But Indian said, that's not enough. We're going one step farther. And they did that with their Smart Lean technology. Indian installed a Bosch 6-axis IMU unit that reads the acceleration, the lean angle of the motorcycle, and the pitch of the road you're currently riding on.
For more information on the Indian Pursuit Dark Horse, check out IndianMotorcycle.com. And until next time, I'm Nate Beck. You're watching Greasing Gears TV, and we'll catch you on the wind.
Riding takes you from A to B or just lets you escape. There's a flow to the road you share, so go with it. Eyes open, and always have the Law Tigers by your side. If you've been injured in a motorcycle accident, visit us at lawtigers.com. Law Tigers, America's motorcycle lawyers.
Hey, it's Billy from Twisted Tea. We're live in Sturgis, and you're watching Shop Talk.
All right, welcome back again to the Dennis Kirk Motorcycle Studio. You are watching Shop Talk. Thank you so much for tuning in with us every Sunday, 9 p.m. on the East Coast. We go live with this show, and we're going long into the show. We're up to the full 90 minutes. You guys are hanging tough with us. It's a packed crowd, though. Like, you guys are. I love it. I love it. I love seeing everybody here at the end. Mark, you son of a bitch.
I would like to see a show of hands of how many people here we're going to see at SmokeOut. Everybody's hands should go up. Mark, raise your hands. Damn you, raise your hands.
Super busy that day.
Nope.
I think I have a bar mitzvah that day.
You'll be there with bells on.
Ah, that's funny. Hey, do you know what time it is?
Time for the events.
Time for events with Heather.
Did you say I had a show?
Brought to you by Cyclefish. Cyclefish, the most complete list of motorcycle events in the U.S.
John Parham Memorial Race 2024, Davenport, Iowa. I can't do both. I can't see your screen. We need a new system. Hold on one second. Let me fix this up.
Oh my goodness. Here we go.
I can't see. Now I know what Mark had to deal with all that time.
What the hell?
The cool part about it is the events have become chaotic.
Son of a biscuit-eating monkey.
What the hell?
Stop saying that.
Somebody ate professional monkey? Is that what you just said?
All right, John Power Memorial Race 2024, Davenport, Iowa, Friday, August 30th at the Mississippi Valley Fairgrounds. Showdown at sundown. Harley versus Indian. Be there or be square. You can find more information at Rotor Racing SmokeOutGarageBuild.com. Are we moving on? Ooh, Four Corners Rally. Four Corners Rally, August 29th through September 1st at Durango, Colorado. You can get more information at fourcornersrally.com. Oh, SmokeOut. There's a whole bunch of events for SmokeOut. Hang on to your hats, y'all. September 5th through 8th, 2024, Salisbury, North Carolina at the Rowan County Fairgrounds. And then the next bazillion events is everything that's going on at SmokeOut. We're going to be kicking off SmokeOut on Thursday, September 5th with a drive-in movie night, a couple great bands, and all the good stuff. We've got Tankful, which is our Meals on Wheels charity auction. The Legends Invitational in the Legends Gallery along with Tankful. You're going to check that out. It's curated by Big Randy over at Cycle Showcase. We've got 18 phenomenal builders, and I guess I'm not going fast enough. Rodeo games hosted by the Shade Tree Boys. Friday, September 6th. All sorts of good stuff. Best overall champion gets a championship belt.
One of those things is wrong.
One of those things is wrong. The Saturday part is wrong. Mini bike races, racing on Saturday. The big mini bike moto track race with superhero costumes. Bring your costume, get your race on.
Better bring it, Tim Stahl.
Friday, the Dream Rides presents The Gathering, Congregation of FXR and Performance Faithful. Also, the Periwitz Paint Show, Friday, September 6th at the SmokeOut Rally. Tons of prizes and all sorts of good stuff.
This is a good one.
The Kickstart contest. If it's anything like what we saw Dan do at Fandango, it's going to be a hell of a good time.
Yep.
World's Strongest Biker, hammer throw, deadlift, Atlas stones. It's a great time. Oh, we're giving money this year? You didn't run that by the budgetary department, sir.
Well, it said that we did it last year, so.
Oh, whoops. All right, well then. Periwitz Paint Show again on Friday with the FXR and Performance Gathering. The Garage Build Off, down to the final 12. That's going to be all weekend in Scoopers Square. The infamous, legendary wet t-shirt contest hosted by none other than Roadside Marty. If you're faint of heart, cover your eyes. I don't know what to tell you. Lead Sled will be on hand for the Sportster Showdown on Saturday, September 7th. That's going down at the Lead Sled trailer, which I'm shocked is still in one piece after the shenanigans in Sturgis. I'm just got to be honest.
Jesus.
Dude, they were racing through it.
Oh, it was terrible. I mean, it was awesome. Saturday, the big show, Cycle Source Ride-In Custom Bike Show awards in over 30 classes. Sign up starts at noon. Awards are at 4-ish. Best of show this year gets a full rolling chassis courtesy of Paco. I have to thank Paco. They always step up and show up for us whenever we ask them to. But we're going to have some other great prizes from Mid-USA, Clockworks, Lead Spectro, and all the good stuff.
Mid-USA, Twisted Tea.
I said Mid-USA. Okay. I didn't say Twisted Tea. Burnout contest, $500 in cash prizes. Are those going to be burnout heads-up drag races like in Sturgis? Or have we determined there's going to be burnouts? That's all you need to know.
It may be burnout drag races. It may be just heads-up burnout.
Okay, well,
I would like to do drag races.
You'll be as surprised as I am.
I would like to do drag races.
Okay, well, you're the boss. We can. You can do the next one.
Oh my God!
This is what this is going to be like for me.
It's going to be awesome. Hands down.
Mm-hmm. So.
Face down.
Yep.
Ass up.
Yep. So while we're going through this, I want to give a huge shout out to Squindo.
Oh, yeah.
Like all the artwork you guys see here is in thanks to Squindo. He's an incredible artist, and I throw crazy stuff at him and say, by the way, I need that yesterday. He never complains. He always comes through, and it's killer work. So thank you so much, Squindo.
And that's all you're going to say about the shithouse drag races?
Yep, other than...
Okay, here's what I'm going to tell you. 2 guys, 1 on the bike, 1 in the outhouse. 2 lanes, 2 bikes, 2 guys, 2 outhouses. Go.
Craziness.
How could it be bad?
Shall I list the ways?
There will be
dirt
toilet paper in the
drags.
outhouse. So
Yeah, Under the Lights main event on Friday this year. Street class, chopper class, open class. Heads up, and absolutely no crybabies. We do have 2 new rules this year. You have to have a helmet, and you have to have closed-toed shoes. If you show up without a helmet and your flip-flops, go back to your trailer, go back to your bus, your tent, whatever. Get them, beg them, borrow them, steal them. Don't steal them. Helmet, shoes. I know, I'm such a buzzkill.
Born free, y'all.
Born Free, Texas, October 17th through 20th, 2024 at Yellow Rose Canyon Ranch in Texas. Everything's stuck. Wrong order, sorry. Lake of the Ozark Bike Fest at Lake of the Ozark, September 11th through 15th. Big Brandy from Cycle Showcase is going to have Cycle Showcase there for year 2. Make sure you go check him out and support him. He supports us everywhere, so we'll try to return the favor.
And for this week, that's all
Oh
of
my
the
God,
events
that
with
was
Heather.
Shop Talk is brought to you by Cyclefish. Cyclefish, the most complete list of motorcycle events in the U.S.
Will there be TP in the house?
We narrowly
Do you
made
want
it through that.
2-ply
Yes.
or Charmin?
it's going to be the crappiest toilet paper known to man.
Single ply, like sand. Maybe I should just put
I said-
sandpaper on a roll.
I said that we should at least have the blue dye in the tank.
blue
Oh, there's going to
Yeah.
be blue water.
That way,
You know.
if it flips over, you have to wear the stain of shame.
That's not optional. There has got to be blue water. I will say.
Right on. One thing that we don't want to forget about for SmokeOut this year is that we are also, in addition to Tankful, we are selling raffle tickets for this motorcycle built by Logic Cycles. Brandon has put this bike together. Brandon and Ricky. Ricky provided the bike. All the companies that you see listed down below have put parts to it. It's an incredible bike. $20 tickets, and 100% of all of that money is going to Meals on Wheels. You guys know that for years now we've been dedicated to this cause, and we've happily been able to donate a lot of money both to Salisbury and to Spearfish with it, because nobody should have to pick between food and medicine. So go over. Heather's going to put the link up right now so you guys can check out the way to buy the tickets. Go do it today. You can still buy them while we're in SmokeOut, but that bike is going to be given away. One person for $20 is going to ride out on that bike, and it's pretty kick-ass.
So good.
How's that sound? Did I get it? Did I do it?
Awesome. Awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you, Mr. Monkey, for hooking him up with that seat. You're the bomb.
Yep.
Mrs. Monkey, you're awesome. I wish you were going to be delivering it, though. I'm just saying.
Right.
She's bringing me some small batch Fireball.
Oh, boy.
It's so good.
Here we go. Look at that. Get your tickets right there.
Yep, get your tickets. Oh, real quick, I need to I want to give a shout out to Jeepers Creepers, I got to get my poop in a group. Somebody randomly reached out today and wanted to donate some parts. And he said we can use them however we want, and I told him the options. It's Dave Tank Brown. He's gonna he's putting these little beauties up.
Oh, right on. I want one of those.
Right? And he's sending these out today, and when given the choice of bike show prizes, Tankful, or whatever, he's decided we're going to add that to the Tankful auction to raise money for Meals on Wheels. So those will be up on the auction site. So Dave Tank Brown.
Put that first one up again.
That's bitching, right?
Nobody's outbidding me on that. I'm telling you right now.
And again, so he just reached out randomly and hooked us up with that. So thank you so much for your generosity and kindness.
Professional
awesome.
Monkey is asking, is there a Tankful auction yet? So the Tankful auction starts when we get the SmokeOut, right?
If I can get everything in and photographed before I leave, I would like to have it up early so people can peruse the items, because there are so many great tanks, and people did full usable tanks this year.
That's pretty cool.
Yep. So as soon as I'm hoping to get those photographed this week. I'm gonna beg a little bit, and we'll get those done.
Right on. So that's it, baby. 17 days till SmokeOut. One more episode of Shop Talk till we get there, and next week you do not want to miss this show because we're going to be talking about Robbie Starbucks, his video, what parts of it are right, but more importantly, what parts of it are kind of taken out of context and probably wrong. We're going to have some healthy conversation, which there is sorely a lack of in the United States today. So bring your big boy britches and get ready to talk like an adult. So,
oh, sweet.
It's going to be a good one.
Right on. Until then, we got lots to do to get ready for SmokeOut here, man. I feel for the builders that are on deadline to get these bikes done because
we know what it feels like.
Yeah.
We absolutely know what it feels like.
One more time, I want to thank Dennis Kirk for leaving the back door of the studio open. All of the sponsors up in that top corner who help us bring you this show, and you guys for letting us into your space, sharing your time with us every Sunday night when we go live with Shop Talk. We'll see you again here next week, same chopper time.
Same chopper channel.
Waiting for SmokeOut, Felicia.
Here it comes, like a runaway train.